Trying to make sure this horse is good and ready. Last time I got on her, she did a bunch of bucking. We wound up getting off. Went back to the ground. Did a bunch of groundwork. Kind of started back over. And hoping for a different result. Go forward. So we'll keep her tied, tight circles. Ooh. Alright, well, she's gonna stand there. We'll just love on her. She's not gonna run off. Just let her know that while we're up here, it's okay. Even if we don't get nowhere, this is a step. And it's a step in the right direction. You can take off, you can go forward. We've been doing lots of driving. This is a lot better than last time, at least. I'd much rather this than a bunch of blow-ups. Like I said, if we don't get her nowhere, we don't get her nowhere. Give her a little bit of head, but make sure you can flex it back around just in case. She knows what forward is. We've been doing it on driving. Just kind of getting close to that fence. Which is alright. Okay, girl. So let's talk to her, rub on her, let her know everything's okay. Gonna do it on both sides. Keep her head a little. You can go. It's okay. Like I said, this is better than last time. We started over. She don't really want to buck. She's kind of confused about the forward right now, which is fine. I'm giving her her head. I ain't got her tight. I do kind of pull in a circle to try to get her to go. Okay, that's fine. That's good. Some movement. Okay. You can keep going. Or you can stop. Whatever you want to do. It's your world. We're just living in it. You gotta let these horses do what they want. I saw that one time on YouTube. You just gotta let these horses do what they want. You just sit here and let them do what they want. I'm saying that being very facetious. It's not true at all. But on first rides like this, you do. You kind of let them do what they want. I mean, I'm going to shut her down if she goes to buck. That's why I'm going to keep her head turned. I'm going to give her rein. She's got rein. Look at that. It's loose. Now, if she goes to buck, I'm going to pull her around. You're okay, girl. But other than that, you just let these horses do what they want. Love on her. Let her know that us up here is not harming her whatsoever. Us being on her back is not going to hurt her. We're not a threat. We're not up here to hurt her. Well, I mean, I don't care if I get movement. If I get a spin, great. If I don't, I mean, as long as I can get something. A backup's good too. I mean, that shows you that if I'm asking her to back and she does, it does show you that we still do have some control. I do not have spurs. Nothing to freak her out on this first ride. I do start all my colts in spurs. Some of these older horses that, you know, you're having to restart and someone's used spurs wrong on them, then yeah, I'll take my spurs off of, you know. But if it's a horse I'm starting, I'm the only one who's ever messed with it, I'm going to start it in spurs. It's going to be good and used to spurs, and it's going to be just fine with spurs. But you got to use the spurs correctly. You don't go beating on them with them. You just barely bump them. I'm not rough with my spurs at all. All right, there we go. There you go. Got a little bit of movement. That's good. See? You can move, and nothing's going to hurt you. That's what we want her to see. A few movements. If we get a few movements to where she just knows that she's okay and she's safe, then that's good. You know, it's been a successful, well, not, I want to say ride, but it's been a successful try. You can go forward. Yeah. Give you a little straighter head. There you go. I ain't got your head turned. You do. She's watching me. She's got her head turned. I'm turning it back this way a little. Bump it, bump it, bump it. Bump, bump, bump. Bump, 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 bump. Bump, bump, bump. Backwards. Okay, I ain't pulling backwards. That's just kind of the direction she's wanting to go. That's okay. You know, if you've ever been on a horse for the first time, or an older horse like this who freaks out, you turn their head. They can't, and they can, but it does shut the buck down a lot, if not all the way. If they have their head 100% straight and they're getting it down, they're getting their full-on buck. If you turn their head, they have a hard time bucking in a turn. So the reason you'll see people turn a horse's head when they go to do something or act up or act like they're going to blow up is to shut the buck down. Had people ask me why. Oh, well, you were pulling on that horse and you turned its head. Well, it was about to blow up. You could feel it humping up in the middle. So yeah, I turned it out of the buck. I'm real quick to try to shut one down. I don't want to have to ride a buck. I mean, I get bucked off too. I ain't no bronc rider. I ain't gonna claim to be, nor do I want to be. I mean, who wants to do that? Go forward, not backwards. Go forward. Come on. She's thinking about it. She's thinking about it. She's thinking about all kinds of things. But this tells you here that she's much more ready for this now than what she was the last time we got on her. You know, people are like, oh, well, next time you get on her, she's really going to buck because it got you off of her. Well, I waited till she was through bucking. And she did buck again as I go to step off. So it looked like I just jumped off in the middle of a buck. However, I did not. I rode out several bucks. I waited for her to stop. I went to get off, and then that's when she blew up again and made it look like I was jumping off in the middle of a buck. But I was not. I would never jump off of anything in the middle of a buck. If they're bucking and I'm falling off, I'm trying like heck to stay on, I can tell you that. As a bull rider, we were taught that if you landed on your feet, you weren't trying. And unfortunately, that sticks with me to this day, and I don't ever land on my feet. Land on my head, my shoulder, anything but my dang feet. Come on. Just ask her. If she don't do it, no big deal. Just move. You know, when I did Alabama Alabama had never had anything done with her. This horse had had a little bit done. I want to say that they've even ridden her in a halter from some pictures. And there was 3 days of this with Alabama. You know, an older horse. I got her started, got her going, had her driving good like this horse. And it was. I got on and it was 3 days of this. And so, you know, if we have to do that with this horse, great. Because this is much better than a bucking issue. Much, much better. So what we're going to do now is we're not going to stay up here for a long time. We're going to kind of let her see that this is not hurting her. I'm going to take my foot out. I'm going to easily step off of her so that she don't act in any weird way, hopefully. And we'll just let her sit on the thinking post and be like, hey, that didn't hurt me at all. This is Dottie. Y'all, thank you for watching. Continue to watch us and follow her for her progress. And always thank you for liking, sharing, and following us. And y'all have a great day.